Hey, thanks for coming to treadmillreviews.com. Today we're looking at the NordicTrack S22i. This is our best buy for subscription-based home exercise bikes. We give it 5 stars. It has a really simple user interface, and the subscription service is really affordable, and it comes with a variety of classes, so you get a really good, well-rounded workout from iFit, their subscription service for the home exercise bike. On the NordicTrack S22i, there's really a lot of standard features that you find on most home exercise bikes. So it's got a 350-pound weight capacity. The footprint is 4.5 feet long and then about 2 feet wide. It's actually a little less than 2 feet wide. It's a full welded steel frame. The crank arms are steel as well. And then there's your standard flywheel. It's a silent flywheel. You can just listen to that. We'll actually turn the pedals here. You can hear, you can't hear anything, which is great. So there's nothing. So we really like that. It's super quiet. You have a handbrake right here that will stop the flywheel. Traditionally, you'll see a manual knob on your exercise bikes that will change either increasing or decreasing the resistance on the flywheel. That's not the case with the S22i. It's a little bit different compared to other exercise bikes because it's a digital resistance. So you have controls here on the handles that will increase or decrease your resistance. There's 22 levels, so just 1 through 22. And the reason they do it this way is because of the way iFit works. One of iFit's standout features is that whatever class you're following and whatever trainer you're working with, they can automatically adjust your bike for you to change the resistance and to change the incline and decline. So that's why they forego the traditional manual knob right here for changing your resistance, and they do it digitally. So it's a difference that you'll see in this bike compared to other home exercise bikes, but there's a huge benefit to having the resistance controlled this way. So you've got a seat and pedals that are actually, you can pop them off and put any kind of road bike or road pedals on this bike to make it more comfortable for yourself. I would say that this is not a comfortable seat. It's my one complaint about this bike, but nothing else bothers me about it. And it's an easy fix. You can buy a really comfy seat cover on here. You can replace the seat with something you're more comfortable with. It's not a deterrent to this bike. Anytime you hop on a road bike or an exercise bike, there's gonna be a learning curve for your body to get used to the saddle. And a lot of the times, whatever the bike comes with is not gonna be that final thing that you go with riding your bike. So you can get a whole bunch of different seats that'll fit your body better and be more comfortable for you. So it's just a heads up. If you do decide to go with the S22i, plan on replacing the seat, but don't let the discomfort of the seat discourage you from riding the bike. Just a heads up for that. So the pedals, they have a toe cage right here. This is actually something I didn't think I would love about the bike, but it lowers the cost dramatically. So other bikes that come with a clip-in system already, you have to purchase a cycling shoe, you have to purchase the cleat system. So it's added expense to using your exercise bike, whereas NordicTrack comes with something that I think benefits most average users, people who don't already have, cycling shoes and road bikes, they're not used to that system. You can just buy this bike and get going. The toe cage allows you to get really the full power out of your legs because you're connected to the pedal. And then on the back side of the toe cage, it's just like a grippier flat surface pedal, so you can wear just a traditional tennis shoe with this bike and choose not to use the toe cage if you want, because you have that reverse option. It's also a metal pedal, which to me is a lot more durable than other pedals with plastic components on them, because those will break down quickly. The S22i has more features. When you compare it to other bikes in this price range, like the Peloton or the Echelon, there are a lot more features in this. First of all, I'll start up here at the display. It's a 22-inch display. It's a high-definition touchscreen. The display itself pivots more than the competitors' displays. So you've got a tilt, which is up and down, like this. It's great for users of all heights. It's gonna help you avoid glare on your screen while you're watching. But the bigger bonus is side-to-side motion. So a lot of these classes on iFit, you have lots of cycling classes that you're gonna do directly on top of your bike, but there's a lot of other floor workouts that you can do on iFit, and even some cross-training workouts where you hop off your bike, you do a little bit of body weight exercise, and you hop back on. So you can pivot the screen so you can see what you're doing. You can turn it and do like a full floor exercise for 30 minutes or an hour without having to try and peek at this screen over here. It's just great that it moves side to side, and it'll go either way. So it's really like really versatile. You got a lot of options with the display. Below the display is a fan. So we talked about the Peloton and the Echelon. Those are the bigger competitors with the S22i. They don't have fans built into them. It's a really simple feature to have on your bike, so maybe you're not gonna be super disappointed if you don't have them, but I really love having them because they have a great output, and I feel like if I can bring my body temperature down, I can go a little bit further. So I really like having these fans on here. The handlebars are like they feel kind of like a rubber coated weight, if you've felt those before, but a little bit more durable. They're not quite as soft as that rubber that you see on like hand weights and stuff. So it's a good slip-proof grip on there. And then the weights that come with the bike are these 3-pound weights. They're powder coated, so they're just like hanging onto a cool metal, but they sit right up here at the front of the bike for you to grab onto and work out with. So that's kind of nice. Other bikes, you'll see them maybe mounted on the back side of the seat. They're just a little bit different on the S22i where they're mounted here up front. And they do come with the purchase of the bike. So if you're looking at competitors, you're probably gonna have to buy these extra for 25 to 50 bucks for the 3-pound hand weight. But these come with the purchase of the S22i, which I don't think we've gone over that yet. So the S22i is $1,999. There's also a required delivery and setup fee. So they're requiring a white glove delivery right now, which is $249. So it brings your total to about $2,250 for the whole bike. But that gives you, the hand weights on there, you get the heart rate monitor with it. So a couple things that you get with the price of this bike that you actually have to pay extra for with other bikes. So we'll keep going over the features. We've talked about the resistance, how this is not the resistance knob right here, this is just your brake, but your resistance is controlled digitally with these controls right here on the handlebar. The other control option you have is the incline and decline. So there's only a handful of home exercise bikes that have an incline and a decline feature, and the S22i is one of them. The S15i, I believe, is also one of them, and then Proform has some, but it's really a standout feature for NordicTrack to have the incline and decline on their exercise bikes. This comes into play when you're doing iFit classes. More specifically, they have their Google Maps feature, which allows you to map out your outdoor ride. So say you have like a race coming up, you can actually plug in that route on your Google Maps feature, hop on your bike and ride, and then the bike is going to automatically adjust the incline and decline to match the natural terrain of your route. That's a really awesome training feature. And that is something that comes on this bike for that, $2,250 price tag, where competitors don't offer that at all, even with upgraded packages. So, important feature to remember. We talked about our toes, our toe cages, and we talked about our seat. The bike is adjustable, like a lot of exercise bikes. You can adjust the post height, so you can adjust the height of your seat. It goes up and down. You can move the seat forward and backwards. You can even tilt the seat, for a more comfortable angle. And then the handlebars will go up and down as well. They don't come in and move this way, mostly because you have this display and the wiring that goes through the bike. So you won't find that type of adjustment in the studio, like subscription-based home exercise bikes, even though you can find those in maybe different versions of a home exercise bike. But they kind of make up for that with, being able to move your seat close to the handlebars, so you can kind of bring that distance together. So for smaller riders, they aren't reaching so far for the handles. So those are the adjustments for the bike. It's really portable. So there's 2 wheels down here at the front. You can just pick up the base of the bike and kind of roll it around. It's really easy to move from room to room if you need to, but because it's not super lightweight, it probably would not be convenient to pull it out of the closet and use it every day. You'll want a dedicated space for this bike. So one more thing I wanted to mention about the features is the heart rate monitor. So this is what comes with the bike. It's included with your purchase. So it's not an added, price tag on there. It's a great, NordicTrack's really got the heart rate monitor down. It's got just this clip-on piece. This is the actual monitor. You snap it onto your band, and then you just put it on around your chest, and it's connected via Bluetooth. So your machine will automatically start, taking into consideration your heart rate, and that's gonna help you to get a more accurate calorie burn and just know more specifically where your efforts are going in your workout. And I've never ever had a problem with this heart rate monitor. I just put it on, it detects the heart rate automatically. I don't have to go in there and manually tell it to look for the heart rate monitor. It holds the connection the whole time. So it's a great heart rate monitor. Some companies make it so that you can't replace the battery when it dies, which is just kind of crazy to me. But with NordicTrack, you can just twist that out, put a new battery in after it dies, and keep going with it. You don't have to reorder a new one. All right, so this is iFit Coach. This is what you get with the NordicTrack S22i. This is a subscription-based service, but when you purchase the equipment from NordicTrack, they actually give it to you for free for 12 months. After that, it's $15 a month for one user profile. If you want to track, multiple sets of data, so you have multiple people in your household using the equipment, you can do their plan that is $33 a month, and that tracks 4 people. It's very affordable, especially when you consider, services like Peloton Digital, that's $39 a month. The iFit Coach program is a lot less expensive. You get a lot of the same things too. So we'll go through iFit Coach just quickly on the S22i's display screen. This is what you get. This is your home screen. So it shows my name right here. This is my account, and I can access all the settings from this display screen. This shows my stats for the week. This just shows I haven't done anything with iFit this week. But you can jump into these featured classes here. There's tons. You can ride alongside this guy on the road. Your bike adjusts to meet the terrain that he's experiencing, or you can do cycling classes in the studio, like a group exercise class, so you can follow those. So there's a lot of options for both of those things. browse the workout library, you can also access it right here. So we'll jump into the workout library. This shows you just everything on demand that you can access, and they do it by series. So you have the Norwegian interval series, total body boot camp. So they just kind of group similar classes together. So you have the Chilean adventure series. It's lots of outdoor mountain biking. But you actually just get to follow along these videos. They're super engaging. They're really entertaining to watch, and it kind of takes that sting out of your workout because you get to experience these new places that, you know, like I know I'm never gonna go to Chile probably. So it's really cool to see those videos and take my mind off of the ride. Here's a beginner level studio class. So you have like tons of different trainers that you can choose from. And when you're using services like this, you'll kind of find those trainers that really resonate with you, and you can just hop into their classes and know that you'll get a dependable workout once you get to know these trainers a little bit better. So just tons and tons of classes to choose from. And there's next to every one of these lists, there's a see all. So there's more than what you're seeing here. Just for example, I'll show you the Switzerland Calm series. We can see all of those. There's really a lot more in there to look at and choose from. So you also have a calendar view. This will show past classes that you've done, as well as things that you have scheduled for yourself. So like tomorrow, I've scheduled this ride through Ogden, Utah. May, I've got a scheduled ride through San Luis Obispo. This is actually a treadmill workout, but I can see it on my schedule here and know that this is what I'm going to be doing coming up on the 16th on the treadmill. So you get to see your full schedule that you've created for yourself, and you can do this in the app with iFit Cardio, the iFit Cardio app. You can also do it if you log into iFit on your desktop. I think it's a little bit easier to navigate through the desktop and set up the schedule like this, but everything else is all really accessible through the apps and through this dashboard here on the bike. So a big feature that is, it's unique just to iFit is their Google Maps feature. So they're paired with Google Maps. You can hop on the map, put in a location right here, and go anywhere in the world and create a route. So we're not gonna venture too far off of here. How do we get out of here? We're in London right now, and you can just draw a route. You wanna start here, you can kind of place your pins anywhere and go all over. You can view it as a satellite view. And then watch your stats on your ride. It's really cool. Your bike will actually meet the terrain that the map, like if your route goes over a hill, your bike is going to automatically adjust the incline and decline to simulate going over the hill. So when you're considering outdoor training, there really is no bike that can deliver a good outdoor training as well as the S22i does because of that incline and decline feature. So that's what you can see. I mean, it's just like Google Maps on your computer. You can zoom way in, check things out, follow along with the ride. It's a great feature if you're training for a specific route and you're stuck indoors for the day. You can just hop on the S22i and still get the same training on your bike. So it's really simple. That's what you get here on this display. There's a lot more to it when you go into the desktop version, and when you're considering the apps, you kind of can use them all together, and you need the different apps to access different features of iFit. So the learning curve is a little bit more challenging with iFit, but after some practice, it's, you know, anybody, and you really get a lot out of the iFit Coach program. Another added feature with iFit Coach that, like, you know, I'll just be honest, Peloton Digital doesn't offer this. iFit Coach gives you nutrition tracking. They also have sleep tracking. So if you're on some kind of a program that's counting calories, iFit Coach will help you with that. You can log it right there, and it gets incorporated to all the data you're tracking and all of your weekly summaries. So you get just a way more detailed report of your fitness goals and your progress, whereas Peloton Digital hasn't yet come out with any kind of nutrition tracking. And then, you know, if you're into the sleep tracking too, that's the added bonus you'll get with iFit if you get yourself iFit Sleep to pair with it. So you just get a little bit more well-rounded of a fitness tracker. You're also tracking your activity. So like if you're carrying your phone with you throughout the day, it's going to be tracking your activity and the steps you're taking, the distance you're going, and also add that into your data that you're seeing here on your display with iFit anywhere you're logging into it. There's also a wearable that iFit creates. It's like a wristwatch, so that's a more accurate tracking of your data, where like Peloton Digital and Echelon, they don't have these features yet. So you get just a little bit more with iFit and a lot less of the cost. Okay guys, so at treadmillreviews.com, our bottom line review of the NordicTrack S22i is this is the best buy for subscription-based home exercise bikes. When you consider the cost and the features that it comes with, and compare that to bikes in a similar price range that also offer a subscription service, you're getting way more out of this bike. There really just isn't anything else that quite meets the standard of features, especially when it comes to having the incline and decline controls here. Other bikes in this price range do not do an incline and decline. And that just provides to the value that you get from iFit. The cost is significantly less because you just get to purchase the bike and start using it. You don't have to buy extra accessories to work with this bike. The subscription service is free for the first year, and then month to month, it's much less expensive than competing subscription services. It's just a practical kind of no-brainer for us when you compare it side to side with other competing home exercise bikes. So go ahead and visit the links below. You can read the entire review for the S22i, get to know a little bit more of the details and our opinions on these bikes, and then also read the reviews we've written for its competitors. But thanks for coming to treadmillreviews.com.